niggas crossing over, but they don't know no better.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Wu-Tang, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Wu-Tang and American Saga Season 2, Episode 3. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to go over all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. Make sure you check out my episode 1 recap and my episode 2 recap. Now in this episode, it was more of a mellowed out episode in my opinion. To me, it was just trying to show the different paths of each character and how they all came together. So we're going to go over that in this recap. Now the episode begins with your boy Bobby returning to New York, and it seems like soon as he gets back, he is getting problems already. And I'm like, man, this dude cannot catch a break. It's always somebody trying to test him everywhere he go, whether it's Ohio, New York. Somebody's always trying to test this kid. Now, of course, these dudes are just running their mouth talking about what you got in the bag and stuff like that. Bobby played it cool, you know what I'm saying? And the dudes ended up walking away once they saw these chicks. But I was still kind of pissed, like, man, like, why is these dudes always thinking they can test him? I mean, I guess they gonna learn their lesson just like Attila learned his lesson, right? And the dude in Ohio learned his lesson. We get to your boy Divine, and of course, he is doing very well within his job at this construction place, doing very well. But you know, with Divine, it's always something. It's like you can never do good for a certain amount of time. It's always some negativity that's going to come your way. His boss seems cool, and everything seems like it's going well, but this JT character, this dude is shady. He's flat out shady. Divine was trying to tell him he needs to watch himself and be careful around certain things, and and to pace himself. But this dude don't end up getting himself hurt. At the time, it really did seem like the dude was hurt or whatever. Of course, Divine, it was probably, believing it based off what we saw earlier. The dude was very careless as far as how he was moving. So this dude had to end up leaving because of his injury. Then we get back to Bobby and Divine, and of course, we see this music business book. Remember in season 1, Divine read a lot about business. Remember, he was a janitor. He was working in all those offices, all the people that was making all that money. So he picked up a lot of knowledge. Now, Bobby is trying to tell him, he is trying to bring him on as well. He doesn't have to rap. He can still be a part of this group. He can just work and do other things, right? But Divine is telling Bobby, like, don't worry about him. The music thing is his dream, and he's good. You know what I'm saying? He has nothing to worry about. But, it does make sense. Divine is very good when it comes to reading between the lines, something that people don't do. So having him a part of the group will make sense as far as the business part, in my opinion. Now, Divine gets back to work and he realizes that this JT character faked everything. All he did was try to get this workers' comp and, pretty much take advantage of this company, this job. And Divine is like, man, this dude is dirty. The sad part is, this job doesn't even have insurance. I mean, at the time, Divine was thinking that his boss will have insurance on everybody, but no, that's not the case. So that will make it even worse for Divine and all the employees there. If this dude reports this, that means this whole construction site can shut down just like that. Now, Nina ends up convincing Divine to go, talk to this dude face to face, something that her dad used to do when he had issues with people. So Divine takes that advice, right? He goes and talks to JT. He's telling him, look, man, you can't report this. This dude is is a good man. The boss at the construction site is a good dude. You can't do that to him. And of course, this dude wasn't having it. He was making all these excuses, talking about, man, I'm just trying to hustle. I'm trying to get this money. What's the difference between me doing this and you selling drugs and stuff like that? So Divine had to, he had to hem him up on a wall. Like, look, dude, you gonna stop this workers' comp claim, plain and simple. You want to stop it. And the dude told him he was going to do that, but he didn't. The boy Divine goes back to work. His boss tells him he has to shut down because the workers' comp thing got filed, and he has to shut down because they don't have insurance. And I'm like, man, this dude cannot catch a break at all. So now Divine has to figure out if what Bobby said was something that he should be doing. Of course, he's reading that book about the music business. And like I told you guys, Divine is doing what Divine is good at, reading between the lines. Even though it's difficult, it is something that he has became very good at, especially being locked up all you got is time, and all you really do is read a lot. Most of the inmates do read a whole lot of material. So Divine being locked up actually is paying off because he is reading between the lines. He's learning about a lot of different things, in my opinion, that the average person probably won't even put the time in to do. Now we get to your boy Shy, and he was pissed off. He saw the dude that shot him, Day, and the dude was shook. He lucky that Shy didn't go up to him, but Shy played it off. He was like, you know what? It ain't even worth it. Like, I want to hurt this dude. He done shot me. Even though it was an accident, still, you shot the man. So I know he was pissed off, but he did play it cool. Now, your boy Shy goes to the studio. As you can see, they got his name, Raekwon. And he finally changed it, man. Of course, all the other characters, they're starting to change their name as well. And it's got Bobby thinking like, man, shit, I should probably change my name soon too. Similar to how we saw Inspector in the last episode change his name once he heard Method Man present his name out there. Now, of course, your boy Shy is destroying it in the booth. He is feeling himself. He's killing it, man. He's in the zone. This is good. He's putting all that energy in the booth with music. Your boy Bobby pops up, and he's talking to Shy, and he's like, man, you killing it, but this beat, I don't know about this beat, man. Maybe we should use the beat that I gave you. And of course, Bobby had to scratch out Shy and put his new initials on this floppy disk. And of course, we already know your boy Shy's gonna spit to it. He gonna kill it. But it's good that Shy has pretty much moved past being shot and all the negativity and stuck straight to music. He did not let that bring him down. Then we get to a very interesting scene. As you can see, your boy Power, he's outside talking to this vendor, and this vendor actually plays in the show Power. He was, of course, named Roberto, and I found it very interesting that they had both of these characters that was from Power in the same scene together. But while he's talking to him, we see his car is being, impounded away. And of course, Power is like, oh, hell nah, I gotta go find out what's going on. He talks to the guy and he's like, look, I can tow this car to a closer pound that you can get to a little bit quicker. So that's exactly what he does. Your boy Power has to hop on the bus. And when he hops on the bus, he sees one of the OGs, Mook. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, man, why is Mook on this bus? Why is Mook driving the bus at that? What's going on? And he's thinking like, man, I know you got about 3 million put up. Like, what was you doing? You used to hustle. And Mook has to tell him, look, man, it ain't always about this hustling. That 3 million, that's not a lot of money. Over 10 years, that ain't nothing. That will be gone just like that. Of course, he tells him it's better to, have insurance, benefits, and just a plan for your family. And it really makes Power think like, man, maybe all this hustling ain't what it seems to be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should be thinking of a different route as far as my life. But as you can see, this Mook character definitely changed up his ways and became way smarter, in my opinion. I mean, hell, you do need benefits, health insurance. You need all that in a retirement. You got to have something to sit back on. And he realizes that. It had Power all up in his feelings. While on the bus, Bobby pops up and he's catching a ride. And Power tells him, stick to the whole music thing, continue that route and make that money pretty much. And Bobby, that's what he's going to do. But I found it very interesting that Power actually, for the first time, was sitting back and just thinking about, man, should I change up some of the stuff that I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see with this character if he's going to switch it up down the line. Then we get to Cherie. She is telling Dennis that he needs to just go back to New York and do the music thing with Bobby, that she will stay there with the kid and take care of the kid with her moms and stuff. She is scared because Dennis has so many enemies there in Ohio, and it makes more sense for him to leave. Of course, Dennis is like, nah, I want you to go with me. But then he's like, okay, I'll take your advice. I'll go back to New York and pursue my whole music thing. I know it was very hard for him, especially seeing that he just had a newborn. But that's what he does. He goes back to New York. Of course, he sees his brothers. They having a good old time. And it's just like old days, right? From season 1, cracking jokes and stuff like that. Moms pops up. She's very happy to see him. But she's like, man, where are you going to be staying at? And he said he's going to be staying there. She tells him she's receiving assistance right now. In order for her to continue to receive that, she needs him to not be in the house when they come and do their little checks. Of course, Dennis tells her she has nothing to worry about. he will be gone when they come and do their checks. So she has nothing to worry about. And hopefully this whole music thing does work out, because we know Dennis wants to save his mom, his brothers. He wants to get them up out of there if he can. Now Bobby links up with ODB and Gary, and of course they trying to get this music thing cracking. You know what I'm saying? Ain't a lot of time to be wasting. And of course your boy Bobby's like, all right, let's get it cracking. He actually goes outside, plugs in the power outlet from the payphone to get all this stuff to work. I'm like, man, this dude ain't playing around. He's gonna do whatever he has to do to make it. Nothing is going to stop him from pursuing this whole music thing, man. But it goes to show you, from season 1, when Bobby was signed with Tommy Boy, how everything was going good, how he pretty much lost pretty much everything, and now he has to regain all of it back, and he's going to do it with his brothers bonded together. So at the end of the day, I respect Bobby's hustle. He did what he had to do to get it cracking up in there, and hopefully everybody else comes very soon so they can get this whole group formed. Bobby wants to end all this beef, this drama between, of course, Stapleton and Park Hill, what they call Killer Hill. He wants to end all this stuff. Of course, he paints over this. That's how the episode ends. He believes he can be the one to bring both of these guys together, both units together, to become one. And of course, we know Wu-Tang, it's like split. You got some people with Stapleton, you got some people with Park Hill, or aka Killer Hill, whatever you want to call it. And he understands it's some issues between the two, but he is willing to put himself on the line to help save, everybody. And this can also, of course, help everybody when it comes to the music thing and being very successful in life. And that's what Bobby's going to do. In the next episode, we're going to start seeing some of that, or more of that game plan that's going to follow through. You guys let me know what you think about this. What do you think about episode 3? To me, it was more of a mellowed out episode, kind of showed us different paths of each of these characters and how they're all going to come together very, very soon. And I cannot wait to see it. But as I said, you guys check out my episode 1, 2 recaps, and then we're going to get ready for episode 4, which will be airing at 12 a.m. tomorrow night. So we're going to talk about it once again. But thank you guys for supporting this series. I will continue to give you guys more of Wu-Tang and American Saga content in the future. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.